Hey everyone, welcome back to Display TV. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. Chalt, you're just in time. We didn't give away the answer to question 8 yet, but we're doing it right now. So folks, we got trivia starting in 15 minutes, $500 up for grabs, and that means it's time for a trivia question. So we're gonna give you the actual question 8 from tonight's game. I'm gonna see how you do, and then I'm gonna reveal the answer. So let's get that question up. It's a fancy science question. Let's see if you know some scientific names and the solutions for such scientific things. Okay, which of the following is a remedy for exposure to toxicodendron radicans? Potassium iodide, hydrocortisone, insulin. I need some practice saying this, so I'm gonna do it one more time. Which of the following is a remedy for exposure to toxicodendron radicans? Potassium iodide, hydrocortisone, insulin. Okay, science people pulling up with the right answer here. How do you know this? I was actually quite surprised when I tapped to see that over half of you actually know the answer to this question. Well done. Very curious as to how you know it. So make sure when this poll does come down, you know the answer. No, make sure when this poll comes down, you type in how you knew the answer if you knew it. I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is hydrocortisone. It's hydrocortisone. Toxicodendron radicans is a fancy word for poison ivy. Poison ivy, fancy name for poison ivy, which I have been so unfortunate as to have. And yeah, hydrocortisone is a great way to treat it. So if you ever get it, do that. There you go, boop, your nose knew. But how did you know that that was the fancy name? Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you not knowing and being honest about that, because I would not have known the answer to that question. Rialto said you're gonna need a lotion. That is correct. Yeah. Oh, Tralt thought it was radiation poisoning. Exactly. There was a trick answer there for radiation poisoning too. The iodide. Okay, Mark Foot, pulling up with the right answer. Boop your nose. Good thing you're here every single night. We appreciate you. And I'm sure that quiz score later is going to appreciate the fact that you pulled up early. Jenny girl, bravo. Awesome. For everyone that's just joining us right now, we just gave away the answer to question 8 in tonight's trivia game. I'll let the chat determine if they want to give that to you. But we've got Follow Friday coming up. We're going to talk about 2 creators on this app who are doing great work. And then we've got trivia, our last trivia game of the week before we take our weekend and return next week. So we'll be right back with Follow Friday. Hello, and how are we doing today? Wait, I don't need you to answer that because I already know. We're doing amazing. We just wrapped up the week. And now we're about to win some moolah in an all-new trivia game. What's not to love? And yes, I know love is a strong word, but you know some other strong words? Mighty, powerful, robust. Those aren't just strong words, them's fighting words. And if you want to cut of this $500 jackpot, well then I hope you're ready to claw, tooth, and nail. This trivia is not for the faint of heart. It will test the very core of your being. You'll be asked questions about anything from world geography to who Pete Davidson is dating. So you gotta be flexible and you gotta be on your toes. But before you spring into action, just a few rules to make sure you don't hurt yourself. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears, choose carefully, because once you tap, there's no going back. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and you're holding your phone vertically. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your profile all set up. Other than that, I think just stay hydrated and you'll be on your way to a winner chicken dinner. Who's ready? Shout me out in the chat. Who is ready? King Erroneous, time to make the donuts. I love it. Tribe Town's here. David Roberts, just in time. Zaft got in. Mark Foot, me. Yes, I love those typing in the chats. Who else? Metal Mama 1987, so good to see you. I love the whoop whoop. Shafaya, City SA, Sunny Tech, Jack Meat, you need a timer, baby? Right now, do this. Updates are coming, I promise. Lexi 28, good to see you. All right, friends, it's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. York City is commonly compared to a large version of what fruit? Apple, olive, maraschino, cherry. New York City is commonly compared to a large version of what fruit? Apple, olive, maraschino, cherry. You know, I don't know if the biggest fruit is always the best fruit. Like at the supermarket, for instance, you got your cart, you're perusing the produce, you're looking for a fresh citrus, as one does. Now, we all know the best citrus is, say it with me, a clementine. Thank you. Inarguably the best citrus known to humankind. It is the perfect mixture of tangy and sweet, kind of like me. That's not the point though. The point is, what's the biggest citrus? The grapefruit? Look, maybe I'm projecting here, but I am literally terrified of grapefruits. Terrified. They are too big. You can't eat them unless they're drowned in sugar, and sometimes you can't even mix them with certain medications. Like a fruit that causes negative drug interactions, I don't trust it. New York City is known adoringly as the Big Apple, and in case you didn't know, an olive is technically a fruit and maybe also the nickname for Athens? Just speculating. 96% of you knew. I'm in it. I'm in the Big Apple right here. That's where we shoot this from. Question 2. AC/DC is the artist behind all the following songs except TNT, I Will Always Love You, Back in Black. AC/DC is the artist behind all the following songs except TNT, I Will Always Love You, Back in Black. I know. Their name is super confusing because AC/DC is a metal band, but their name comes from electric terminology, alternating current, direct current. And it's like, shouldn't that be the name of an electronica group? Really, a more apt name for AC/DC is something like, I don't know, titanium? Maybe reinforced corrugated steel? Yeah. Look, I guess what I'm saying is we need better band name regulation. You can't just call your band whatever you want. It's misleading to consumers. Arctic Monkeys? They're not from the poles or monkeys. The Weeknd? I mean, I can listen to his music any day of the week. The Cranberries? You expect me to believe that music is coming from a holiday side dish? Please. TNT and Back in Black are the kinds of song names you'd expect from a metal band. So at least they did something right. But I Will Always Love You, that's a power ballad, originally written by Dolly Parton, famously performed by Miss Whitney Houston. 89% of you knew it. Let's do question 3. Manga is the form of popular literature that originates in what country? Sweden, Brazil, Japan. Manga is a form of popular literature that originates in what country? Sweden, Brazil, Japan. Manga. This type of literature is great because even if you don't understand the language it was written in, the good news is it's mostly pictures, meaning pretty much anyone can follow along if you know to read the book right to left. I'll even go further and say I will only read English books if there are pictures. If there are pictures, you know? What? I'm a busy lady. You think I have time to come up with all those mental images? No, I need a book that's gonna pull its weight, okay? But I can stick with manga because manga is the Japanese word for comics. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I can get behind. 93% of you knew it. Japan. Bravo. Question 4. A hiccup is a muscle contraction of what body part? Diaphragm, septum, syndactyly. A hiccup is a muscle contraction of what body part? Diaphragm, septum, syndactyly. These are body parts? Really? These all sound like something out of a sci-fi novel. Our calculations indicate that the creature's septum is about to erupt, doctor. In fact, personally, I think even real body parts I'm super familiar with sound too scientific. That's why instead of fingers, I say fingies. Or instead of stomach, I say my little tummy. The thing I sit on is my booty, and the thing that I use to walk around are my feetsies. When I was pre-med, my first semester at college, this did not go over too well. I think it's more inclusive, but my teachers called it grounds for removal. Anyway, hiccups are little contractions in your diaphragm, that muscle that supports your lungs and helps you breathe. A septum is the part of your nose that divides your nostrils, and syndactyly is the technical term for the webbing between your fingies and your toesies. 95% of you got it. Well done. Question 5. Select the first artist to use the phrase, "My anaconda don't want none." Sir Mix-a-Lot, Nicki Minaj, LL Cool J. Select the first artist to use the phrase, my anaconda don't want none. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Nicki Minaj, LL Cool J. My anaconda don't want none unless you've got buns, hun. Well, excuse me, I didn't know we were at a bakery. Wait, you brought an anaconda into a place of business? A whole giant snake in a place where food is prepared and served? Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, my bad. I see the confusion. You must have been looking for the snakery. Yes. Okay, so that's going to be just a few doors down on the left. No worries. It's an easy mix-up. We get Cobras in here all the time. Oh, wait. While you're here, can I interest you in a cherry Danish? So, this phrase doesn't have to do with actual snakes, I don't think. And although this line was sampled by Nicki Minaj in her hit Anaconda, the line originally came from Sir Mix-a-Lot's I Like Big Butts. You know, the name of the song is a lot, but I appreciate someone who can be upfront with their feelings. 83% of you got that. Question 6. Which of the following substances might be held and dispensed by a samovar? Olive oil, coffee, syrup. Which of the following substances might be held and dispensed by a samovar? Olive oil, coffee, syrup. I don't know what a samovar is, which means I also don't know what it holds. But I do know this. I personally have never been held by a samovar. However, let me say, I have been held by a burly lumberjack, and boy, was that nice. I felt safe, really safe. Look, it doesn't matter how or why he was holding me. The fact of the matter is, if you're gonna climb up into a very tall tree to protest its removal, you might wanna have a plan of how to get down. This lumberjack later confided in me that he only rescued me because they had to carry on with the tree removal. Really? I was just grateful for the human interaction. Human interaction, by the way, can be very nicely facilitated by a samovar full of hot coffee. A really great place for the office to gather and talk about last night's episode of The Bachelor. 88% of you got it. 87% of you got it. Question 7. What is the middle name of the main Paige character on the sitcom 30 Rock? Ellen, Daphne, Elizabeth. What is the middle name of the Paige character on the sitcom 30 Rock? Ellen, Daphne, Elizabeth. Okay, I'll bite. Does anybody really know the point of having middle names? Like, first names make sense. First names are so we have something to call you in everyday life instead of just, hey, guy with the hair. And last names, also super important. Last names, or surnames sometimes, let us know what family you're from. What if our families are at war? Who knows? You know, you gotta know who you're supposed to be loyal to. But the middle name, like, what significance does it have, really? It seems like maybe it used to serve a purpose, but now it's just there, like the cigarette lighter in the car. Honey, we have built-in USB ports now. No one's using you to charge stuff, and everyone's vaping these days. Go take a nap. But the Paige on 30 Rock, named Kenneth, has a very distinctive middle name, and that is Ellen. 78% of you got it. Question 8. Which of the following is a remedy for exposure to toxicodendron radicans? Potassium iodide or hydrocortisone, insulin? Which of the following is a remedy for exposure to toxicodendron radicans? Potassium iodide, hydrocortisone, insulin? Oh no. Girl, it sounds like you had some bad exposure and you got burnt. Same thing happened to me a couple years ago when I was dating a C-list celebrity. Listen, you just gotta roll with the punches. Look, the paparazzi are gonna find you in unflattering positions. That's to be expected. Just promise to never do the following when you're somewhere people can see you. Doesn't matter how bad your nose itches, do not, I repeat, do not scratch it. Same thing goes for a wedgie. You ride that thing until you are in private. You hear me? The C-list celebrity, by the way, was the red M&M. And no, things did not end well, but I wish him all the best. Toxicodendron radicans is not a C-list celebrity you haven't heard of. It's just the scientific name for poison ivy. And the little hydrocortisone cream will work wonders. Yes, 93% of you tuning into the pre-show to get that one, or maybe you just knew it. Question 9. The company credited with inventing ivory soap is currently the parent company for all of the following brands except Downy, Gillette, Dove. The company credited with inventing ivory soap is currently the parent company for all of the following brands except Downy, Gillette, Dove. How sweet. A parent company just taking care of its family of brands. Can I ask, is your parent company still together? And if so, how did they make it work? Like, the thing I see that really makes marriages last is open communication. Oh my gosh, that is huge. Couples who keep secrets? Well, let me tell you, that's about the only thing they keep. When a parent company gets a divorce, oh my God, that is so rough. Especially with vertical integration. Like, how do you decide who gets the annual gross revenue on weekends? Yes, love will keep us together, but so will thousands of pages worth of legally binding documents. The parent company we're asking about is Procter & Gamble, and they house all of these brands except for Dove. Ooh, kind of savage. 67% of you got that. But you're about to house this quiz because it's time for the final question. Question 10. Select the famous quote by the philosopher born in 1724 in the Kingdom of Prussia. I think, therefore I am. The unexamined life is not worth living. Do the right thing because it is right. Select the famous quote by the philosopher born in 1724 in Kingdom of Prussia. I think, therefore I am. The unexamined life is not worth living. Do the right thing because it is right. Don't worry, it's not a typo. It's not supposed to be them all. I know someone did not pass out on the keyboard while typing the name of the country Russia. I mean, it's a boring word to type, but still. Prussia might not be a thing anymore, but it definitely was. Prussia is basically the circuit city of countries. Yeah, it closed up shop. Now it's just sitting vacant until every year around the same time it becomes a spirit Halloween store. Very spooky indeed. Prussia is actually an antiquated kingdom that would now be part of modern-day Germany. The speakers of these quotes are Descartes, Socrates, and Kant, respectively. But the only one of these to have lived and died in Prussia was Kant. It was Kant! Yes, 61% of you got it! Again, kind of savage on that last one. But you know what? After seeing these results, I tell you, Display Bees, there is nothing we can't do. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you got paid, and I am so freaking proud. Go. Run free. Have a great weekend. Actually, shout those scores out in the chat first. I want to see. What'd you get? What'd you get? Do we have any winners? Some people are just joining the stream now. Honey, you are late. Don't miss it next week. We'll be back for you. 8 p.m. Eastern is the trivia, but if you tune in at 7:30, I give you a free answer. Alejandra, 10. I love it. City, SA, 6 out of 10. Dennis got a 9. Lughar, 1. What bonus? Bite me. What bonus are you talking about? Marcus Coleman got a 4. Glitterbug is with you. Glitterbug got a 4 too. Winner, chicken dinner. I prefer pie. Boop your nose did not do so well. Okay, Huffy Henry got a 10 out of 10. Anime lover Dan got an 8 out of 10. Oh, who are you calling stupid? Jenny Girl X got a 7. Seely got a 9 out of 10. All right, bravo. Well done, friends. We'll come back Monday. We're going to do it again. Like I said, 8 p.m. Eastern, we start the trivia. But if you tune in a little early, I tell you how to make money on display, and I give away a free trivia answer. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you all next week on display.